Hello and welcome to Leeds City, the Midland side, part 2. In part 1 we had a look at the where, what and when of the real station. So now let's have a quick look around the layout itself. The layout is housed in its own purpose-built building, designed and constructed by me. Let's start by entering through the front doors and have a look from the viewing side. It should be noted that this is very much a work in progress and is far from complete. We are now looking at the ex-Midland terminus. You can see the Art Deco concourse modelled in low relief across the platform ends. On the far side is part of the overall roof of the joint station, again modelled in low relief. At the front is the parcels dock with the 6 platforms, number 1 at the front and number 6 at the rear, hidden by the canopies. At the end of platforms 3 and 4 is the signal box that works the station. This box is called Leeds City Wellington. Beyond platform 6 lie the south carriage sidings. Looking in the opposite direction towards Leeds City Junction, we can see the loco servicing area and turntable. Running down behind the loco area are the lines from City South. At the front of the layout are the north carriage sidings. In the far corner is a blank space that will accommodate the carriage and wagon repair shops. The River Aire runs along the front of the layout. We are now looking at the City Junction complex. On the left are the City South lines leading to the viaduct line. The next pair of tracks are the main line south to Engine Shed Junction. We then have the 4 tracks of the route north via Whitehall Junction. In the foreground can be seen the bridge over the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. Leeds City Junction signal box will stand just beyond the bridge on the right hand side. Whilst here, we may as well have a look inside the room containing the frame and instrument representing Leeds City Junction box. This is normally worked by 2 operators. The frame of 70 levers is both mechanically and electrically interlocked. The block instruments, although of a different pattern, closely represent the operation of the originals. The layout was originally designed to be exhibited. This was to be the viewing side. Now it is where the 2 shunt operators work from. This panel operates all the points around the station that would have been worked by hand. Let's now go around to the rear entrance and have a look at the operating side of the layout. This area is kept clear for the drivers. The only exception is the signalman for City South. Above the layout is the main control panel. This panel is for testing and one-man operation. It is switched out for operating sessions. The illuminated diagrams remain active for the benefit of drivers. Below the layout are the power supplies and control units for the Digitrax DCC system. In the same fan-cooled unit are the power supplies for the signalling systems. In the opposite direction we see the storage sidings within the City South train shed. The workbench sits against the rear wall. Between is the entrance to the room containing the frame and equipment for Leeds City Wellington signal box. Again we have a fully interlocked frame, this time of 54 levers. The block instruments are fully functional. This box is also worked by 2 operators. At the rear of the room is the controller's position. The wall-mounted screen displays the working timetable. This screen is duplicated around the railway. The drivers work to the timetable displayed on this screen. Normally there are 4 drivers, each with tetherless radio throttles. The controller also has access to the control box for the synchronised clocks. There are 4 clocks distributed around the layout. The aim is to work through the timetable at normal speed. The clocks can be advanced or paused as necessary, usually the latter to allow us to catch up. This is the rear room housing the main storage yards. There are 2 yards, north and south respectively. The north yard stores all the traffic that runs between Whitehall Junction and Leeds City Junction on the fast and slow lines. There are 12 sidings for the lengthier passenger and parcels trains, and kickback sidings for shorter passenger trains and DMUs. Loco storage is in the corner around the ADM turntable. The control panel represents the signal box at Whitehall Junction. The south yard covers the traffic on the main line to the south. It also stores the traffic for City South along the viaduct line. There are 12 long sidings with kickbacks for the Loco yard, DMU sidings and access to the ADM turntable. The control panel represents both Engine Shed Junction and Farnley Junction signal boxes. It is, however, worked by one operator. Between operating sessions, the south yard has a cover that provides an additional working surface. In the next part, we'll look at how the layout is operated.